Good morning, dear students of class 8th. Today, our subject is civics, chapter India and her neighbors. Dear students, as we know, today our subtopic is relation between this China and India, India and Nepal, India and Bhutan, India and Myanmar, India and Pakistan, India and Bangladesh, India and Sri Lanka. First of all, we discuss this China and India relations. As we know, China and India have friendly neighbors. Buddhism have made a significant contribution in developing relation between the two countries. China students used to come to Nalanda for studies, while India was a British colony before 1947. China was not a colony of British foreign power. It was brought under new government as a result of communist revolution in 1945. Dear students, in 1962, China waged war against India. India contributed to subscribe to the principle of Panchshil even when her relation with China was in 1962. During this 1962 war, India lost its large area to China. After that, in 1993, between the two countries signed an agreement during Prime Minister Narasimha Rao's visit. India-China relations further strengthened. In 1996, the China's president visited India. This was yet another step forward in this direction. Dear students, the two countries agreed to reduce force along the line of actual control. The Chinese Prime Minister visited India in 2002. It was decided to boost economic ties between the nations. Though our next neighbor is Nepal. Nepal is a democratic republic in north of India. The frontier of India and the Nepal meet in north of Uttar Pradesh and the southern slopes of Himalayas. India has traditional and friendly relation with this Nepal. She has contributed a lot to socio-economic development of Nepal. There are 265 joint ventures between India and Nepal. For example, India offered 50 crore for the construction of 204 crore for the construction of this Mahindra Raj Mark. The second one is outpatient department of Beer Hospital constructed with Indian aid. Though India and Nepal have good relations, our third neighboring country is Bhutan. India has a cordial relation with Bhutan too. This is based on mutual trust and cooperation. India has helped Bhutan in her economic development. India is helping Bhutan in various fields such as telecommunication, road building, geological exploration, hydroelectric projects, irrigation work, etc. India offers the people of Bhutan opportunities for secondary as well as higher education. India is the principal provider of development aid to Bhutan. And our fourth one is Myanmar. Next country, that is Myanmar. Myanmar was formerly known as Burma. It was part of British India. India traditionally close and friendly relations with Myanmar. However, the relation total frozen after its military takeover in 1962. Due to changing realities, India-Myanmar relations saw a major shift during Narasimha Rao's regime and subsequently during BJP-led NDA regime. There was important reason for this change. And our next neighbor is Pakistan. You know, Pakistan and India's relations, the policy of good neighborliness has guided India's relation with Pakistan. Historically, geographically, culturally, and economically, both India and Pakistan have many things in common. In 1947, Pakistan was created. Since there have been dispute over issues like property, border distribution of river water, Kashmir, Sachin, Sir Creek, etc. There have been three wars between India and Pakistan, but history has taught us that wars cannot settle disputes. It's only through dialogue that mutual problems can be solved. India has taken steps to widen political, economic, and cultural exchange with Pakistan. Both the countries have decided to give special importance to people contacts between the two countries in field of culture and sports. There has been successful exchange of program. Dear students, as you know, India has expressed its concern over Pakistan acquiring more and more deadly weapons, including the nuclear ones. In 2007, Samjhota Express was started. Recent Foreign Secretary level talks in June 2011 and Foreign Minister level talks in August 2011 are important steps in this direction. So, our next neighbor is Bangladesh. Till 1971, Bangladesh was the part of Pakistan and was known as East Pakistan. Due to political exclusion, ethnic and linguistic discrimination, and economic neglect by political dominant West Pakistan, popular agitation grew against West Pakistan under the leadership of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, which ultimately led to creation of Bangladesh in 1971 with the active support of India. Since 1971, there has been political, economic, and cultural relation between India and Bangladesh. However, certain irritants in Indo-Bangla relations like the influx of Bangladesh refugee to India and Biharis to Bangladesh, the rise of anti-Indian forces in Bangladesh, claims over the same seawater and some islands in the Bay of Bengal by both the countries. And our last neighbor, that is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is our another important neighbors. India links with Sri Lanka are rooted deep in history and mythology. Sri Lanka is predominantly a Buddhist country. Mahendra and Sanghamitra, the son of daughter of this Emperor Ashoka, has gone to Sri Lanka to spread the message of Buddha there. Ashoka's sister planted the sacred tree in Sri Lanka. India has many Buddhist holy places in Sanchi, Sarnath, and Bodh Gaya. Thousands of Buddhists from Sri Lanka come to country on pilgrimage. So, dear students, many Indians are settled in Sri Lanka and employed in tea and rubber plantation. LTT was finally crushed by Sri Lanka army. With this nearly 3 decades long armed conflict came to an end in May 2009 because of Indian support. India and Sri Lanka enjoyed a robust trade and investment relationship. Sri Lanka is India's largest trade partner in SARS. The year 2010 saw frequent high level exchanges of visits on both sides. So, dear students, it was the relation between the neighboring countries. Asian countries have formed regional groups to promote economic cooperation. One such group is called South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARS. The first summit of SARS was held in 1985 at Dhaka, Bangladesh. SARS comprised India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Afghanistan. SARS countries signed an agreement in 1993 for joint ventures in India in trade and investment. 16th SARS meeting was held in Thimphu, Bhutan on April 29, 2010. SARS leaders also decided to celebrate the decade on 2011-2020 as decade of intra-regional connectivity in SARS. So dear students, this was our topic, India and her neighbors. After completion of this lesson, tomorrow we will overview the questions of this lesson and complete our exercise. Thanks.